Testing 1 2 3 4. It's been a while since I've streamed on YouTube. It's taken me a bit to get my audio and all set up. So I believe we may be good now. I hope we are live now. You just closed a dockable window. If you'd like to show it again, use the docs menu. Okay. Yeah, let's do that for now. Now this stream.
Event, the YTI game.
Let me stop that. Let's go to WyckoffMode. YouTube. Let's see, I'm live here. Let me mute that. Copy that link. Control C. Go back to YouTube so that doesn't interfere with anything. Let's go to Discord. Let me also go to this chat. Won't be able to see that chat window. Let me go to my WyckoffMode Discord. David only chat. Everyone, I'm live on YouTube at the moment. We'll get started once I get my charts straight. Here is the link. If anyone is here now, let's see. Yeah, current viewers 4. If there's anyone here on YouTube now, if you don't mind typing into the chat just for me to see if the chat works. If everyone is here, whoever is here. I know it's been a while since I've streamed, but I've been working diligently on my house. Test. Yep, chat works on my end. Someone type. Okay, cool. Someone typed something already. Appreciate that, Sasa. Alright. Let me go to Twitter, I believe now. I'm posting my YouTube link on Twitter. SPH Stone there. Okay, good to see you, bud. Good to see you, mate. Home. I'm live on YouTube. Providing crypto update. Yes, it's been a while, but it's time to provide an update. An important update. Here's the link for the YouTube live stream. Yeah, good to see y'all, everyone. Hello, Norway. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Happy Banana, too. Alright. I can't post that link on TradingView, unfortunately, and TradingView does not do a live stream anymore. To my understanding, they do not provide live streaming anymore. Okay, let's get some charts adjusted here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Bear with me, y'all. It's been a while since I've live streamed. I'm trying to deciding how I'm going to do this. Let's get that down. Let's bring this BTC over. Let me go down here. Shoot. Properties. Hold on a second. Yeah, properties. Y'all bear with me just a moment. Properties. LG. Okay. Transition that. Again, it's been a while, so please bear with me. Because I don't believe it's done going down just yet. Talking about the market. Alright, let me move that up. Let me disappear my Twitter. Let me go full screen with this. By the way, how does this chart look? I haven't looked at it in a while. Is the red possible to that 4.618? How much a percentage move would that be? %13 to the red, 14, almost 15%. Yeah, that's possible, but we'll look at that in a minute. I'm just checking out my diagonal resistance and support lines here for a moment. Again, it's been a while since I've done this, y'all. It's been a while since I've even looked at this chart because of all the work I've been doing on my house. That red is around 61. Yeah, I've been looking at charts occasionally here and there for Bitcoin and just haven't seen us being ready to go up just yet. But this could be the last move down. Does that mean this move down will be over today necessarily? No. again, I'm just looking at my diagonal support and resistance levels here for just a moment. For mainly two different charts. The first one I looked at and this one. We're still looking at around 60. Of course, we break down through this green diagonal trend line right here. We're definitely coming down to this blue, where it acted as support here, support there. I can see it as support here, but definitely no lower than 52.8 in my opinion. If it were to drop down a pretty large move, we have huge support at 52.8. But first we have to break through this that we're at currently around 65. If we break through that, our next support level is going to be right at 59.866, 59.860. I'm going to say 59.499. 59.4. Let's just say 59.5. 59.5. If we break through that. All right, let me go ahead and put a price mark right there, a price label. Coordinates 59.5. But again, we have to break through this at 65 first to see as low as 59.5 for the next level. But again, if we have a big drop, then we're looking at really around 52.8 in my opinion. But we're going to look at multiple time frames here shortly to get an idea of where that could be going, of what we may be doing. First, I just wanted to see my support and resistance levels, mainly support. Since we're going down, I was looking for support levels. This chart is showing, well, yeah, this chart is also showing around 59.5. All right, my immediate group. All right, let's have a look at the tell you what, just so I can differentiate. Let me get that on there. Now I know. Okay, so I need to choose that one. What? Okay, that's over there. Let me clean this up a little bit. Again, I know it's been a while. Sorry, I'm not organized here at the moment. This is my new short-term group. That red and blue still has some work to do in the 3-day. So in that case, let me go to the near-term group. Again, the 3 days in the bottom right-hand corner. 4-day, red and blue still above yellow. That's good. Red's very high in the 5-day. That's good. Red's very high above white, level 70 in the 6-day. That's good. Turning down from the white, the red could not get above white, level 70 in the weekly. It's currently at 69. Let me increase the font size, y'all. Just a moment. Canvas. Wow. It's on 28. Never mind. We're going to leave it there. No, I'm going to increase it. I'm going to increase it. 32. Apply to all. Okay. $63. We get a new weekly in 2 days, 8 hours. Right now we're looking at the at the yellow B-band basis. That's right at 63K. All right, just a moment. Yellow B-band basis in the weekly during a bull trend. Yellow B-band basis in the weekly during a bull trend. Yellow B-band basis here in the weekly during the bull trend. This one time we went through it here, but that's no, we're not ready for that. Next weekly candle, the magenta lower B band will be around 59.5. I say again, the next weekly candle that begins in 2 days, 8 hours, the magenta lower B band will be around 59.5 to 59.750. Meaning if we're not done going down to the basis and we break through the basis, again, we should expect pretty decent support at around 63, just under 63 at 62.990, let's say. Again, I'm currently trying to find support levels for targets where it's going down to, then go back and look at about when we could be going down to that. And let me go to here for a moment. Let me copy that. Let me do this. Delete, paste, apply to all. What are my inputs on that? 2, 28, 25, 9, 6, and 2, then 2, 28. Alright, let me check my inputs on this on another chart, just a moment. Nine, 6, 2, 2, no, I don't want that one at 1. Let me check this one. Nine, 6, 2, 2, 17, 8, and this one's 28. All right, we're going to set this to 17. And chart. Now let's apply those settings to all. From how high the red is, especially in the 5 day, 6 day, especially those two, when looking at it from that perspective, what perspective? The 5 day and the 6 day, not the 4 hour, not the 12 hour, not the daily, but from the 5 day and 6 day. I would anticipate this move wherever we're going down to, whether it be around 63 or at about 59,990. But again, I also told you that we could, let me go back to this chart. And I really don't want to discuss that's going to be this chart, excuse me. At around 52, about 52.9. It wasn't that chart either. Let me look at my higher time frame groups. Let's go to super macro. And before I do that, let me copy that. Delete that, paste, apply to all. I like how high the red, the green's still going up there in the 3 week. 2 days, 7 hours remaining in the 2 week candle. Red is on the verge of going down from white upper. Red is on the verge of going down from white upper, white level 70. Could we be on the verge of going down from the white upper V band? Yes. To where? Well, the next place would be the magenta upper V band that's currently at 59,126, but the next 2 week candle, yes, it could be contracting. The V bands could be contracting a little, yeah. They're already starting to flatten out. They need that blue to get below level 80 to really begin contracting hard. Could it do that the next 2 week candle? Yes, it's possible. Let me go full screen with the 2 week here just a moment. Magenta upper, magenta upper, magenta upper, magenta upper. We did come down to the basis, just a little below the basis there. But magenta upper in the 2 week. I'm not talking about the weekly. In the weekly, it's the yellow B-band basis, but the 2 week magenta upper, magenta upper, magenta upper, magenta upper is quite common. And again, the magenta upper in the 2 week is at 59,126. So could we fall to proximity of 59,120? Let's just say 59,001, because notice how it says 59,121. As it comes down, you can expect the price of this magenta upper B band here on the right to come down as well. But I would expect it the beginning of the next 2 week candle, at which point the magenta upper, depending on how much it contracts, could be around 59.6, 59.5, 59.6. All right. Above blue, but the green, meaning we can come down to the white. Nah. 2 days, 7 hours, we get a new 6 week. 2 days, 7 hours, we get a new 8 week. 2 days, 7 hours, we get a new 4 week. 2 days, 7 hours, we get a new 3 week. And 2 days, 7 hours, we get a new 2 week. All right. Red is above blue, but green is extended down to in between white aqua. Yeah, so I definitely see it. If we were to come down pretty hard, 53K. The white upper B band in the 5 week time frame, 53K. If we were to come down hard. Yeah, see the white upper B band there, white upper B band there. Yeah, that was the Bitfinex hack there. I'm not surprised it went just a hair below the white upper B band there in the 5 week. Yeah, so if we were to come down hard, looking at 53K. All right. And there's still 9 days, 7 hours remaining in that current candle. But I like how high the red and blue are above level 90, in fact. Just like back here, how we got above level 90. We had a dip right here. Let me go full screen with the 5 week, y'all. I'm going to go full screen with the 5 weeks so you can see it clearly. Back here in 2017, when our red and blue are both above this aqua level 90 right here. And let me do this style. Yeah, that's level 90. Alright, let me make that one a little bit more bold where you can see the aqua level 90 that I'm talking about. Just like present day, we went above red and blue above aqua level 90. I'm looking at after red and blue got above level 90 in 2017, that was right here when both of them are above aqua level 90. Okay, we had a green come down Just as we have a green come down here shortly after they both went above level 90, just like right here. And when we did come down, our white upper B band, right there. Let me go and move this blue vertical timeline right here. Let me make sure I have moved it to back, send it back. Alright, let me go full screen with it again. I don't know if you can see where we have a white wick down to the white upper B band right here. That's what I'm getting at present day. In other words, is the red line, like right here, the red was ready to go down from white level 70 in the 5 week, at which point we began going down from the white upper B band for a sustained period of time. Well, we're nowhere near ready to do that present day. We're currently in a bull trend. This is just like in 2017 when we had a pullback, then started going right back up. We have 9 days, 7 hours remaining. Do not assume what you see. This candle here in 2017, this 5 week candle, has a pretty large wick. I'm going to move this to the side for a moment. It has a pretty large wick underneath it. So it could be over the next 9 days, 7 hours, we could potentially go as low as 53,000 in the white to the white lower B band. That is possible for us to do that, to go down to the white lower B band, but then it come back up pretty hard, y'all. Why come back up pretty hard? Well, the red is still above aqua level 90 at the moment. The blue is still above level 100, but in particular the red line, that's our main focus. The red line is still above aqua level 90. I would expect the price, if it went down to the white upper B band around 53K, I would expect it to recover back up to the aqua upper B band rather quickly, in similar fashion to what we did back here in this bull run. All of that could occur during the remaining 9 days, 7 hours. Alright, so let's keep that in mind when we go to look at lower time frames to determine if that could be the case over the next 9 days and 7 hours, that we could potentially do that. Alright, I want to look at more than just the 5 week time frame. Hey, Costas, yeah, I'm happy to be back, but when I say back, I'm not back permanently. I just saw the market looking like we could be coming down, but I believe this is the last move down, however long this move takes. This is the last move down before we begin going back up again for a sustained period of time. That's why I thought this live, it was important to go ahead and do this live stream, because yes, we're moving down at the moment. Are we finished moving down at the moment? I don't think so, not yet, but this is, in my opinion, is the last move down before then of recovery to not just go up, but go up and establish new all-time highs. Of course, that will take time. It's not going to do that overnight. As I pointed out here in the 5 week time frame, it has 9 days, 7 hours before we start a new 5 week candle, which is to say a 35-day candle, a new 35-day candle. During the next 5 week candle, is it possible we begin seeing new all-time highs during the next 5 week candle? Yes, that is certainly possible. Just as, let me go back full screen with this 5 week. I was talking about this 5 week candle here where we went down to the white upper B band after the red and blue went above aqua level 90. Then we had a pullback the next candle. Same thing here, red and blue went above aqua level 90, pulled back the next candle. This current candle's not over yet. Do not assume this green's going to finish like this, but it's possible it can finish like this. But the next candle, I would expect it to pop back up again, and just like here, how we went to new all-time highs in 2017, I would anticipate the same thing here, the next 5-week candle that begins June 24th. Does that mean on June 24th we're going to see a new all-time high? No. Sometime during that 35 days, 5 weeks, 7 days in each week, 35 days, sometime during that 35 days, we can recover and see a new all-time high. In other words, we would expect to see a new the next 5-week candle begins wait a minute. Okay, this one started on 20 May. The next one begins 24 June. The next one after that begins 29 July. So before the end of July, we could be it may be very bullish for Bitcoin, but we're going to see. We're going to look at lower time frames to see. We still have 2 days. Yeah, that's right. I said we were going to get a new 8-week, 6-week, 5-week, 4-week, 3-week, and 2-week. Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 week, we get a new candle in those time frames in 2 days, 7 hours. But then the next following week, 9 days, 7 hours from now, we get a new 5-week candle. Hey, we get a new 12-week candle in 2 days, 7 hours as well. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Give me a moment. I like looking at my macro first, y'all, before going to lower levels. So just bear with me here for a minute. Or I like looking at my super macro levels. That's what I call this group of time frames: 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, 8 week, 10 week, 12 week. That's my super macro group of time frames. I like how wide and fat this white energy is, because you know when the red goes above yellow level 50, upward pressure is triggered, and that upward pressure lasts for how long? Until the white energy, generally until the white energy comes down to level 50, but our white energy went higher than 100. Our white energy went up to 112. Half of 12 is 6. Half of 100 is 50. So 56. When the white energy gets down to proximity of 56 is when this upward pressure could cease to exist, at least for a brief period of time. All right, but upward pressure continues. Do not assume just because this white energy is falling that the price action must fall. No. Because the red is above yellow level 50. Just as here, the white energy is falling. White energy is falling right here, but the price is rising because the red is above level 50. That applies even to the 12-week time frame. But once we get below level 56 with that white energy, then there would be a time for concern. And right now the white energy is at 81. Remember now, each one of these candles is 12 weeks, approximately 3 months. So 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. Yeah, at least. Now, but let's see how wide this white energy ends up going in the 12-week time frame. I like how the red is above level 80. Like the red was above level 80 here, even though the white energy was falling for this 3 months, this 3 months, this 3 months, and once we went below level 70, there was when it was in trouble. Same thing here. When the white energy went below level 70, there was cause for trouble, but not yet because of how high the red line was. You can't go by the 12-week time frame for when to close a long or when to sell all of your spot, all your coins you're trading spot, when to sell them. You don't want to go by the 12-week time frame necessarily as far as precisely of when to sell. No, you don't want to do that. Let me look at the 6-week before I go to lower time frames. I'm just looking at 2017 in particular. Blue is about to get above level 90 here, and just as this white energy started going flat here for quite a while, do not be surprised if we see do not be surprised if we see similar right here as what we saw here in 2017. Do not be surprised if that's the case. Alright, I want to go to lower time frames and see if we can begin to go, if we can continue going lower. I'm not going to start out super low. I'm just going to get a little lower. Right now we're looking at my super macro group. Hey, Granddaddy Perp. Yeah, it's been a while. I will have to get back to work on the house again though. I'm trying to get it up for sale and sold, and then use my gains, my capital gains, to invest in crypto. At least 90% of my capital gains from selling my house I want to invest in crypto. And let me delete, paste, delete, paste, delete, paste. The reason I'm doing it this way, if I told it to apply to all these things that tell you each time frame, would be deleted, would be removed. So that's why I'm doing it the long way. Let me make sure that is 17 and not 20. Just a moment. Yes, it's 17. All right. Man, 9 days, 7 hours. Okay. Wait, that's still going up. Well, it hasn't closed yet, so do not assume that that's going to keep going up. All right, that's the 25-day. Half of that would be 12 and a half days. I'll just look at this 11-day right now. All right, we have, oh man, that just started too. Red is below magenta. Red is going down from magenta upper. Here's magenta lower, magenta upper, level 60. Red's going down from magenta upper. Blue's about to go down from it. Does that mean our price is about to go down from magenta upper to where? Around the yellow B-band basis at 56.5, excuse me, yeah, around 56.6. Man, we definitely see that as a high probability here, y'all, when looking at the 11-day time frame. All right, let's look at lower time frames for just a moment. We haven't gotten lower just yet, because I was looking at 4-week, then 27-day, 26-day, 25, 24, 23, 22-day, and then the 11-day That was the previous chart. Here's the 22 day, 23 day, 24 day, 25, 26, 27 day, and then 28 days, which is 4 weeks. 11 day is half of 22 day. That's just for pressure races purposes. Why the 11 day is on there. Let's go to here where we're looking at the 3 week. Then 3 week is 21 days. Then 20 day, 19 day, 18 day, 17, 16, 15 day. 8 day is not quite half, but approximately half of 15 days for pressure race purposes. And let me delete that, paste, delete, paste, delete, paste. The reason I'm doing this the hard way again is so that these tags for what each time frame are do not disappear. To show you that disappear, when I changed all these earlier, you only see the 4 week time, this tag for this 4 week here, because that's where I made my change. When I said apply to all right here, it removed all my tags in all these other time frames. That's why I'm doing it the long way here, so that it does not erase my tags. Remaining in this 19 day. 14 days, 7 hours. Okay, that doesn't mean much though. Yeah, this indicates overextend. Well, 2 days, 7 hours. We're beginning overextension a little bit at the moment. Green is coming down to yellow. We could be looking at yellow B-band basis at 60,730 in the 8 day. 4 days, 7 hours remaining in the 17 day. It's red about to go down from white upper. 10 days, 7 hours. It could overextend down, then bounce back up. Let me go to lower time frames. Let me delete this, paste, delete, paste. Again, I'm doing it this way so it does not delete my tags, because it takes longer to add new tags than it does to do this that I'm doing currently. Let's see, let me read some in the chat here for a minute. I might try to do it full time at the end of year. Trading been going really well. Yeah, can't wait for David to come back full time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to come back full time again too. Yeah, dealing at the casino is okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with SG level 5963K for long entry. Yeah. I want to make sure I don't want to miss an entry on the alts. Give me a moment. Give me just a moment. I'm looking on my other charts here for a moment. When I say I'm looking on my other charts, I'm talking about behind me here. Let me move that. bullish divergence there in the 15-minute. We're overextended down in the 3-hour, 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour. Okay, the 2-day green down at orange level 0. We're almost to orange lower B band. Alright, red's not quite below white. Level 30 in the 3-day. I'm looking at FTM for a moment because I want to see if I want to provide a signal for my premium subs. I want to see if Bitcoin's going to keep going down first. $12-day red is at level 59. That's below, in other words, that's just below magenta upper. I'm looking at this 12-day. The red line is at level 59 here. Let me increase the font. 32, apply to all. Okay. Alright, we're at level 59 here. Red's going down from that, from magenta, level 60. It's at 59. You would think the price would be here at the magenta upper B band. Magenta level 60 is synonymous with magenta upper B band. Magenta level 40 is synonymous with the magenta lower B band. Alright, the magenta upper B band and the 12-day, that is the 12-day, is 61,550. Alright, let's cut that in half and look at the 6-day. The red's still up quite high in the 6-day. It's above white upper, but we're overextending down. We're already at the yellow B band basis. The price fell from the white upper, but the red's not going down from the white upper yet. Alright, that's a clue that tells me this move down, wherever it goes down to, we would anticipate it bouncing back up rather quickly to get back in line with wherever the red line is. And the red line might be in between white upper and magenta upper the next 6-day candle. The red could still be above white upper the next 6-day candle. See, the red is currently at 75, white upper is level 70. The red's currently at 75. Right now we're overextending down. I would expect it to pop back up rather quickly the next 6-day candle. From wherever we go down to, I would expect it to pop back up rather quickly. Based on that, red's above magenta upper in the 5-day. We're overextended down from the magenta upper in the 5-day currently. We came down to the magenta lower. Of course, you see the green. It's gone down to below white lower, indicating that we could continue going down. There's still 4 days, 7 hours remaining in the current 5-day candle. Now, is the red below yellow level 50 along with the blue? No. Why did I mention that? Could we anticipate expansion down and the price continuing to go down for a sustained period of time? No, because the red's not down there below yellow level 50 here. It's just not time for that, and especially from what we've seen in higher time frames that are higher than this 5-day time frame, especially in my super macro group, there's no way we're going into a long-term bear trend. That's not happening. in my opinion, that is not happening. This is just a brief pullback. When I say brief, it could be for up to like 9 days tops. Yeah, we're overextended in the 3-day here. Green has gone below white lower, approaching aqua lower. We get a new 3-day candle here shortly. When I say here shortly, 6 hours 25 minutes, we get a new 3-day candle, and a new 2-day candle, and a new daily candle. Excuse me, this is 2-day. Excuse me, this is the 2-day time frame, not the 3-day. This is the 2-day. We get a new 2-day in 6 hours 25 minutes. This is the 3-day. In my opinion, we're just not ready to go down like a bear trend for a sustained period of time. I'm just not seeing that. Especially when looking at the long-term group. This is the mid-term group, but when looking at the long-term group, I don't see that. That 12-day and 13-day in 2 week. Actually, we could go down for more than 9 days. We could go down for up to 16 days. When looking at this midterm group, we could experience downward pressure for up to 16 days. Up to 16 days. Alright, it's good to know that. I'm fixing to go back to lower time frames here shortly. It's still looking like Bitcoin's going to go lower when looking at the midterm group. It's just, man, this red is so high in the 5-day and 6-day, y'all. Yes, it can go lower, but it's the 5-day and 6-day that's telling me I would be surprised to see it continuing to go down for up to 16 days. I just have a hard time seeing that, because we're currently overextended down, and as high as this red line is here, we're not ready for this red to go down below yellow level 50 in this 6-day time frame or this 5-day time frame. See, why am I saying below yellow level 50? That's synonymous with the basis, the yellow B-band basis. The price is at the yellow B-band basis. It's currently at the yellow B-band basis, yet the red is nowhere near yellow level 50. So we're currently overextended down. Of course, we're overextended down yet, but are we going to keep going down and remain down below the basis for a sustained period of time in this 6-day time frame for up to, let's say, 2 or 3 6-day candles? No, I just don't see that for how high that red line is. It's nowhere near yellow level 50. So this move that's going down currently, I do not see it lasting very long. I expect to bounce back up. Once it's finished going down to wherever it goes down to, I expect to bounce back up rather quickly to get back in line with where the red line is. Either right at the white upper B band, because it is currently above, red is currently above white upper. So we could anticipate the price going right back up to proximity of the white upper, somewhere in between the magenta upper and white upper B bands. After it's gone down to wherever it's going to go down to. Alright, I need to look at lower time frames now. Let's go to the, okay, here's 12 hour. 24 hours right here. 2 day. Of course, when red and blue went below white level 30, that's stage 2 expansion down. In other words, red's going down from white lower, so price can go down from white lower, from the white lower B band, and that was the case. Once we had red and blue going down below yellow level 50, well, the price can go down from the yellow B band basis, which it did. Alright. We're not quite ready for stage 2 expansion down in the 24 hour when looking at the indicators. However, we have already seen what appears to be stage 2 expansion down in the 24 hour, yet the red and blue did not go down below white level 30. So that's showing we're overextended down. When I see overextension, that generally means a brief period of time. The price is going to have to come back up soon to get back in line with wherever the red line is. Alright, so Bitcoin it's going to take its time going down with wherever it's going down to. Right now we have to say we have substantial support at the yellow B band basis in the weekly. That's at 63,000, y'all. I'm going to bring back the weekly full screen. For now, we must respect this yellow B band basis in the weekly. For now. For the next 2 days and 7 hours, 63,000, we have a lot of support in that weekly. You must respect that yellow B band basis in the weekly during a bull trend. This yellow B band basis during the weekly, during a bull trend. Yellow B band basis, yellow B band basis, yellow B band basis. This was the Bitfinex hack. Disregard that. But yellow B band basis, yellow B band basis, yellow B band basis. You see what I mean by we must respect that yellow B band basis in the weekly. So it's possible 63K can hold. It's possible. Possible. What has me thinking we could see less than that. Note our B bands are contracting. Our B bands are contracting. They were still expanding. Well, yeah, they were contracting there, but we have substantially more contraction here than we did there. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me look at 2017. These were coming up. Still quite a bit of contraction there. That kind of reminds me of this here, but it's still yellow B band basis, but contraction there. I think they're going to continue accumulating Bitcoin on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs. That's rather obvious. It might be interesting in some alt charts like ADA. It has underperformed performed so far this 2024? Yes, most alts have, especially on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs. Main reason for that's where the Bitcoin whales are accumulating all of their Bitcoin, is on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs. They can accumulate a lot more Bitcoin on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs than they can on Bitcoin USD. They can't accumulate as much Bitcoin as they would like to on Bitcoin USD pair. Hence the reason of pushing all these alts down, the altcoin Bitcoin pairs down. They're selling their altcoins for Bitcoin. Yes, you will see altcoin USD pairs go up, where they pump it up, meaning they're accumulating altcoins. Then they take those altcoins over to the altcoin Bitcoin pairs to then dump them. Dump them for what? Bitcoin. Selling the altcoins that they bought using USD, and then sell them on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs. That's how they are accumulating the bulk of their Bitcoin. That's going to continue to go on for a little while, but they can only do that for so long. That's about to cease here before too much longer. At what level do we buy, Professor? If you're talking about Bitcoin, that's what I'm still looking for at the moment. See, this red is so high in this weekly. It's nowhere near yellow level 50. It's still very high. I do not see that going down for a sustained period of time. Could we overextend down to the magenta lower at 58,200? Yes. Or to as low as the white lower at 55,200. Excuse me, 55,250. Yes, that is possible to go down to the magenta white lower. Within the next 2 days, 7 hours, no. The next weekly candle, yes, but at that point the white lower and the magenta lower will be at a higher price range. Then we're looking at around 57,250 to 59,750. 57,250 to 59,750, somewhere in that range. But right now, for now, the next 2 days, 7 hours, 63,000 is pretty strong support, y'all. You have to respect that B-band basis in the weekly time frame, just as here. Had to respect it. See how low the red line came here? Came down here to yellow level 50. Look where our red line is present day. It's nowhere near yellow level 50. So right now I'd have to say the lowest 63K. That it's possible that could be the lowest we go. Period. For Bitcoin. It is possible, y'all. I know. I remember this back here. A lot of people thought we were going to dump right here from 9,000. That we were going to dump here. We never did. It just kept going sideways, sideways, and sideways. Even though the red kept falling down lower, we pretty much held support at the magenta upper B-band. There, we definitely held support here at the yellow B-band basis. In the weekly, during a bull trend, you have to respect that yellow B-band basis. Does that mean it cannot fall lower? No. But 63K, especially for you spot traders. I'm not talking about margin traders. I'm talking about spot traders. We come down anywhere near 63K, in my opinion. That's all this is my opinion. It's not financial advice. For spot traders, 63K around proximity to 63K. That's a pretty good price to begin accumulating for spot traders. As for leverage traders, if you decide to open a leveraged position around proximity to 63K, I would recommend rather low leverage And I'm talking to the not to the day trader swing, not to the day leveraged trader. Talking for the swing leverage trader. Use a low leverage for now. When I say a low leverage, definitely no more than 10x, but maybe like anywhere from 5x to 8x. Leverage 5x would probably be better, especially with a large amount. 3x to 5x with a very large amount. No more than that on your leverage. And again, that would be around 63K. Now, could it end up going lower? Yes. And if it did, hold up, I still think $10 ADA is realistic. Yes, I do too. To be fair, I also had a 0.08 buy take profit for ADA, and I had to adjust to 0.22. Okay, they're talking about other things there. That's 28%. Let me see what percentage this pullback is from there to the basis would be 12%. To the magenta lower, the next weekly candle 16%. The white lower, the next weekly candle would be just shy of 20%. I'm looking at this white lower B band going up to about right here. The next weekly candle, that's around 58,200. Well, from the local high, that would be close to a 20% pullback. And I'd be surprised if we did that. It's possible. It's possible it could do that. Certainly is. This weekly candle, no. The next weekly candle, maybe. We'll have to see. I want to see what the new 12-hour, daily, and 2-day look like 2 days and 7 hours from now. But for the next 2 days, 7 hours, I'm seeing 63K. 63K. And maybe for the spot trader at around 63K, let's say if you had zero allocation, you had no Bitcoin right now, let's say that was the case, because you sold, let's say, before it started coming down, around 63K, I would then be at around 40, 50, probably 40% allocation there. 40% of my cash would immediately be allocated, used to buy Bitcoin spot. And then depending on what I see in the 12-hour, 24-hour, 2-day, the 6-hour and 3-hour, of course, as well, once it went down to 63K. Depending on where my red line was, what level it was in the 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour, and 12-hour, that would help me determine my allocation, really, of whether it's 40 to 50% allocation on spot trading there, because I'm still holding some cash back if I think it could still be coming back further. The good thing about spot is you can't lose unless you sell, and I wouldn't sell if I bought at 63K and it looked like later wanted to go down even lower. I'm not selling. I would just hold on to it. Wait, it will come back up. It will come back up. Let me go to lower time frames. This is the 3-day again, 2-day, 24-hour, 12-hour. Now this is the 8 hour in the top right hand corner. Red's going down from white lower. Price is going down from white lower. Same thing for the 12 hour, which I've already mentioned. Overextended down in the 4 hour. The red is still above white lower, but the price has gone down from white lower. We've overextended down in the 4 hour, which means there's a chance for a potential quick move back up to get back in line, for the price to get back in line with the red line. 1 month time frame, white energy is expanding downwards. Four-week time frame right here is equivalent, pretty close to 1 month. But I'll change it to 1 month for you. $16 days, 7 hours. The red is still above aqua level 90, and the price is right at aqua upper B band. It's just below it currently. If we did come down, according to the monthly, the white lower B band at 55,120, that's the lowest. Strong support there at the white upper B band at 55,120, because the red is well above white level 70. That's why I would say that the white upper B band is very strong support when looking at the monthly. Change this back to 4 week. Going back to this short-term group. Alright, let me go back to my immediate group. This is 1 hour, this is 2 hour. Whew, gosh, I keep yawning. Yeah, this red's still super low right here. We're not ready to go up from white lower in the 30-minute time frame. Let me change the font on this to 32. Apply to all. Still a lot of work there to do with the red and blue. The red is still below white lower in this 15-minute. That's why the price is having a hard time going up from the white lower. The white lower B band is acting as resistance here in the 15-minute. So yeah, it went up, but you know, this could be stair-stepping down, y'all. This could be stair-stepping down. According to the 30-minute, let's see, 2.5 minutes. Let's wait for the next 30-minute candle. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we have a death triangle the next 30-minute candle. Let's see if we have a death triangle the next 30-minute candle. Here to here. Let me make that thick. Let me make it yellow. Meaning the green's currently going up. The next, hold on a second. actually going up the next 30-minute candle. Let's see if the green comes down and here's the base of the triangle right here. Well, the red line is acting as the base of it. Let's see if it comes back down where we have a death triangle formed the next 30-minute candle. And again, as I mentioned earlier, the Bitcoin whales are using altcoin Bitcoin pairs to accumulate their Bitcoin. They are buying altcoins on the altcoin USD pairs where you'll see these moves up pretty strong for a moment. Then they will take a large portion of those altcoins over from the altcoin USD pair to the altcoin BTC pair to then sell those altcoins for BTC. And you see the altcoin BTC pairs going down rather dramatically in comparison to the altcoin USD pairs. The altcoin Bitcoin pairs have just been going down constantly, rather dramatically. Why? Because these Bitcoin whales are accumulating their Bitcoin. They can accumulate a heck of a lot more Bitcoin on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs than they can on Bitcoin USD pairs. On exchanges that offer the Bitcoin USD or Bitcoin Euro or Bitcoin USDT, whatever, USDC, whatever. They cannot accumulate as much Bitcoin on Bitcoin USD pairs as they can on altcoin Bitcoin pairs. All right, we have a new 30-minute. Magenta, red going down from magenta lower. Price is still below magenta lower. Are we getting stage 2 expansion down where red and blue go down? Both red and blue go down from white lower. Here, blue was already below white lower. Once that red got below white lower, you see we had a strong move down right there. Where when we had both red and blue, once we see this red approaching white lower, white level 30, the blue was already below white level 30. The red was approaching it, and you're like, uh-oh, yeah, that next 10-minute candle is likely to go down if you're a day trader. Get a new 2-hour candle. Oh, we just got a new 2-hour candle. Okay. There's a chance for more expansion down in that 2-hour. The 1-hour would suggest not. We may go sideways here in the 2-hour before then potentially going down to 63K. About right here, around 63K. Yeah, I'm back briefly. Camille Donoran. Sorry if I'm likely not pronouncing that username correctly. But yeah, I'm back briefly. I have to get back to work on my house. I just noticed today Bitcoin and altcoins going down pretty good, but in my opinion, this episode of going down may very well be the last episode of going down before then finally reversing to go up to new all-time highs for Bitcoin, which would also mean all this crap that's been going on with the altcoins, especially altcoin Bitcoin pairs, but also altcoin USD and USD Tether pairs. I think we will begin to finally begin to see those moving up as well. After this last episode of downward pressure that we are currently experiencing, how long this episode of downward pressure lasts is hard to say just yet. I need to see a new weekly time frame. But from how high the red line is in the weekly for Bitcoin has me thinking that this downward pressure may not last very long. It could last only up to 9 days. Up to 9 days. Now, it's possible to last longer, but from what I'm seeing at present, with how high that red line is in the weekly, it may last only about 9 days. Let me go back to this chart and go to the weekly, which is right here in the top right hand corner. If you've just joined us and you did not see me point it out earlier, you see the red line here is nowhere near yellow level 50, nowhere near yellow level 50. The reason I'm bringing that up, the yellow B-band basis is synonymous with yellow level 50. The yellow B-band basis currently at 62,990. Could we overextend down below 63,000 to the magenta lower B-band at around 58,200? Sure, that's possible. But I would expect the price to pop back up rather quickly, y'all. I do not see us going down from the yellow B-band basis and continuing to go down from the yellow B-band basis with expansion down for a sustained period of time. I don't see that. Why? Are the red and blue going down from yellow level 50? No. So I don't see that. I do not see that. So yes, we're currently experiencing downward pressure, but up to 9 days, no more than 9 days is what I'm estimating at the moment. That would be the 2 days that we have remaining now and 7 days of next week for a total of 9 days. So we could experience downward pressure for up to 9 days, at which point the price action should then pop right back up to get back in line with wherever the red line is in the weekly. Will the red line be below yellow level 50 the next weekly candle? No, I don't see that. What about the next one after that? No, I don't see that. I'm expecting the green and white energy to pop right back up in that weekly. When they do, and that red begins to go up from white level 70, that means the price can go up from white upper B band. Just as the right here, note right here, how this green was going up. The blue's already above white level 70, white upper right here. The red is on the verge of going, once this green, especially the white energy, is going above yellow level 50, and the green is going up from white upper level 70. The red's not quite above it yet, but that was a good time to get in, knowing that we can go up from that white upper B band. Same thing here. Red's going up from white upper, price going up from white upper, with expansion. You always, especially in the weekly, you always want to look for that. For something, for a swing trade there, you always want to look for that. Hey, good to see you, World Wandering Fisherman. Got my moderator back. Yeah, we could be going down. It's possible to be going down to around 63K. We could go lower. But especially proximity to 63K, it could be just a little bit above 63K. It could be a little bit below 63K, but around proximity to 63K, spot traders, in my opinion, should begin accumulating. Spot traders should begin accumulating. Is that to say you should not accumulate any now? No. Sure, of course you could be accumulating now, even while it continues to go down to 63K. Now, let's say if it started to continue going down below 63K, are you going to sell? I wouldn't. That I've already bought, I would keep holding on to it. I would not sell. If you sell, then you're losing. Just hold on to what you got. Then if you still have some cash left over, continue to buy as it continues going down. Again, I'm talking to the spot traders. If you're trading leverage right now for a swing trade, not as a day trader, but as like a swing trader where you're looking to open a long position, a long swing, and it stay open for several weeks, if not months, I would recommend using low leverage. No more than 8x, maybe just 3 to 5x. Don't get too greedy. If you're going to use especially more than 8x, then you might want to be a bit more patient to try to be more accurate with your entry. But if you're only using like, especially 3x, but 5x, you may be okay open a long position at 63K. I would still wait. As far as leverage traders are concerned, I would still wait before opening a long position just yet, because we may continue going down to at least within proximity of 63K. Could go lower, but that's what it's looking like at the moment. And since Bitcoin still looks like that, that's why I'm not opening a long position for Matic, FTM, ADA, GRT. I'm not opening a long position for them yet. I remember providing a long signal for my premium subs for GRT. I think it was like at around 24.3 or whatever. Then I ended up telling everybody to close it after it moved against our position, maybe like 1%. I was like, it then ended up going up about, I don't know, 8% maybe. After we closed, it ended up going up. But I could tell, I was like, man, I don't think it's done going down. Yes, we did go up, but here we are. It went back down, and it's already gone down too. In fact, it's gone down to within the range that I said, which was between around 23.1 cents, which is to say 0.231 to 0.20. That's where I was saying GRT could be going down to. And we're already at 23.1, but it has gone down to 22 already. It's bounced back up, but now it looks like it's wanting to come back down again. But yeah, especially when looking at Bitcoin too, how it looks like it could still continue going down, then I'm a bit reluctant to even call a long position for altcoins just yet, because I believe they are still accumulating more Bitcoin. They being the Bitcoin whales. How? They are currently selling their altcoins for Bitcoin on the altcoin Bitcoin pairs. I think this is could very well be the last time, the last push down, before then finally seeing a reversal to begin going up to new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Does that also mean new all-time highs for altcoins? Well, it depends on the altcoin you're talking about. For ADA, not yet. I mean, the all-time high for ADA is like $3.15, somewhere around that range. We're not ready for an all-time high for ADA, but are we expecting to get new highs from previous highs that we've had during this sideways accumulation trend that we've been in for so long? Can we expect to go up, let's say, above 75 cents soon for ADA? Yes. After we get done with this episode of downward pressure, I think we will finally get our reversal and slowly begin to go back up and then overcome 75 cents, which was our recent local high several weeks back. It was around 75 cents. I expect us to go up to test at least near $1. Finally begin going up soon after this, what I believe will be the last episode of downward pressure. We're currently experiencing that right now. Might get back and update more often. When you might get back and update more often? We waited for a long time. I'm still working on my house at the moment. Gosh, it could still be up to 6 more weeks, because I also decided to do more stuff to my house just to increase its value for when selling. Like, because I'm also putting in new countertops, new backsplash in my kitchen. I have 2 decks on my house. I have a deck in the backyard, and I have a deck on the side of my house. On the side of my house, I'm putting in new ceiling, a new stained wood ceiling where it looks like a wood floor but on the ceiling. Also screening in the deck on the side of the house, the side deck I call it. I'm putting in new windows in the back, new siding in the back. I've already got new windows and siding on the front and both sides, but I don't in the back. I'm also putting new soffit. I'm about to get that done in the front. New soffit, new fascia, new gutters in the front. When I set up all my scaffolding for the back, again, once I set up all my scaffolding for the back, I then have to demo the old siding and old windows, take them off, and the old black particle board. Replace the insulation with new higher R value insulation. Put in plywood. Put on this weather barrier thing that goes over the plywood. Then install the new windows. Then the siding. I have to prime and paint the siding. Then take down the old soffit and fascia in the back. New soffit and fascia in the back. Of course, when I take down the old fascia in the back, the gutters got to come off first before I can take off the fascia. So there's still quite a bit of work to do. Yes, 6 weeks. That's a lot for one person, just me, to do. A lot. But I also still have a lot of painting to do on the interior. I'm still painting the living room, the hallway, the foyer, the dining room. I still need to put some new base molding and toe molding down in the dining room and living room. And my office will be the last room that I prepare. All the countertops in my office, they will be gone, except for one section. They will be gone. And all the plywood that's painted blue on the walls in my office, Is plywood there to help hold the mounts for my TVs behind me. I'm taking all that plywood off. Then I'll have to use spackling to fill in all the holes for the screws that were used to screw the plywood to the sheetrock walls. I will have to use spackling to repair all the screw holes, sand, and then paint here in the office to get the office ready to where it looks. In other words, if I were to just take all the TVs with their wall mounts off, you're going to see holes everywhere in plywood. I'm not going to leave this house looking like that for whomever comes in wanting to buy it. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, there's still quite a few things I need to get done before putting my house up for sale. I'm sorry it's like this at the moment, but I've got to get this done. It's a must. I've got to get this done. And hopefully I can get this done as soon as it is done and get the house up on the market. I could sell it, use the gains, because I have quite a bit of equity available in my house. I want to use that equity to invest in crypto, to set my family up, at least me and my wife, up to where we would never have to work another day in our life ever again. Of course, I will continue to trade crypto, day trade crypto, run my website, get more involved with that. When I say never work, we wouldn't have to work a day in our life again. Well, I enjoy trading, so I might as well share signals of my trades with my premium subs. So whenever I say never have to work again, does that mean I'm not providing signals or working on my website again? No, I will continue to do that. Am I selling for an upgrade? No. I am not selling for an upgrade. I'm selling, will actually live with my mother-in-law for a little while. So we don't have any rent. And once this current bull cycle is over, what the money that I used to invest it in crypto, of course, will have made money by that time, by the end of this bull cycle. Then begin to rent a home. But will I buy a home at that point? No, not yet. Not yet. I'm actually wanting to buy a sailboat instead of a house. But we may hold off from buying a sailboat there for a while. We may just rent for 6 months in the Bahamas. Then another 6 months may rent in Puerto Rico. Or, never live one place more than 6 months. Mainly for tax purposes. If you live somewhere more than 6 months, then you would generally owe taxes then. So never live anywhere more than 6 months. May do that for a while, continuing to save money, invest and all, before then eventually getting the sailboat that I would like to have and live on that catamaran. I'm wanting to get a catamaran. Yeah, actually, I see it getting more than 130 grand. You've probably seen my Twitter. It's still up on as my top post, pinned to the top of my Twitter homepage. I expect it to be higher than that. Yeah, appreciate that, Mr. Agent 21. Yeah, I'm still going to be on a budget even after this bull cycle. Whatever amount of money that I make this bull cycle, I don't want to spend that much. I just want to rent, nothing extravagant, just still kind of be what's the word? Man, I forgot what the word is. Just nothing extravagant. I'm not going to do anything crazy on rent. I don't need a huge house. I don't need to rent a huge house. It's just me, my wife, and son. But again, for a little while, till the end of 2025, we're going to live with my wife's mother, which means, and I've been building, that's another thing I've been doing, is building an office downstairs in her basement. That's something else that I've been doing. Plus, I have to move stuff out of this house, some stuff into my mother-in-law's house, and a lot of stuff into a storage room that we will rent to put our furniture in on. Yeah, frugal. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Frugal. Now, is the red in this 3-day time frame, is this red ready to go down from the white lower level 30? No. This red is not down here ready to go down from the white lower level 30. Therefore, I would anticipate this white lower B band to have a high probability of acting as support rather than resistance. Resistance meaning going down from it. I would expect that white lower B band in the 3-day time frame to act as support based on the level of the red and blue lines in this 3-day. And where's that white lower B band? 62,492. That's just below 63,000 in the 3-day time frame. That's just below the yellow B band basis in the weekly. All right, so I just wanted to point that out as well. So, we're looking at the magenta lower, if not the white lower, somewhere in there in this 3-day time frame. That's 63,781 to 62,490. Somewhere in that range. Is the red ready to go down from magenta lower in the 2-day? No, but the price is currently acting like it wants to overextend down below it. So I like seeing the red well above magenta lower at the moment. That, number one, tells me overextension, which also implies what? That the price can come right back up rather quick like to get back in line. The price can come back up rather quick like to get back in line with wherever the red line says the fair market value of the price should be. Yeah, appreciate that, Happy Banana. Yep, first things first. Stay healthy while getting this house ready to sell. Next step, sell. Well, no, next step is move. Then the next step, sell. And I just hope I haven't waited too late to sell. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can get the house done, completed in time before everything just goes to crap. Everything. Which could begin this October. Late September, mid-October. So I got to get on the ball. That's the 8-hour up here, 6-hour. We're going down from the white lower B band Red and blue both went below white lower and Phoenix ascending. The price going down from white lower B band. Yeah, I'm hoping to get in on ADA. I would be happy if I can get in on ADA anywhere between $1 and $1.30. I'd be happy if I can get in on it anywhere in that range. I just see if I can get in on it anywhere below that range. I see that as a bonus. See that as a bonus if I can get in below $1. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to there though. I think probably within the next 6 weeks it's possible that ADA could be at $1 or higher. Now will we see a pullback to below $1? Yeah, it's possible, but would I have my house sold before that pullback to be ready to buy it on the pullback? You know, I don't know. I just have no clue. Don't know. Houses in my neighborhood have normally sold on average within 4 weeks from the time that they've gone up for sale. That's my neighborhood. My neighborhood I live in is rather sought after, mainly because of the low property taxes compared to everywhere else. Investors are waiting for the U.S. election. I think most investors also look at other things. For example, Las Vegas has betting on who will win the election, and they're often correct. I don't know if you've seen the odds of how much higher Trump is, his odds of winning the election versus Biden now. It's super high now. Really, it doesn't matter who gets in. Even him against Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, it doesn't matter. The odds are showing rather high of him winning. I'm just providing that as one example of many examples for institutional investors, what they're looking at as far as if and or when they will invest in crypto or whatever else. I think they are beginning to price that in. They already see the writing on the wall and know that it's time to begin accumulating crypto. They already know that. That's my opinion. Yep, I'm hoping there's time. We'll see if I'll have time to dollar cost average in. And I will diversify a little bit. You know, I'll get some ADA, I'll get some GRT, I'll get some Phantom, I'll get some Matic. It won't be all in just one thing. I will diversify a little. I might even buy a little bit of Bitcoin. Maybe not much. I just see more higher percentage gains on the altcoins rather than Bitcoin. But I will still buy a little bit of Bitcoin. All right, let's transition back. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Phantom. I have been since the last bull cycle. I've definitely been a fan of Phantom and GRT. Which is Graph coin. And I like Matic as well. Basically those four, ADA, Matic, Phantom, and GRT. As far as what I anticipate in their percentage moves. I really like those. Sol has surprised me quite a bit, but Sol's kind of like Ethereum in that it has a lot of institutional investors that are investing time and money to market Sol. That's the only reason it's done quite well compared to ADA. There's a lot of institutional people, or let's just say whales, behind Sol that push it similar to Bitcoin. But is Sol as good as ADA? No, it's not, in my opinion. It doesn't even compare. That's my opinion. I mean, look at the times that Sol, where their blockchain has even stopped. Not just once, but several times where it's just stopped. You couldn't do anything. Couldn't send any coin peer to peer, nothing. That's happened a couple of times with Sol. Has it with ADA? No. Yeah, it's artificially moved. To be honest with you, I'm surprised we're staying around 20 viewers right now on YouTube because it's been so long since I've done a live stream. I'm surprised we have this many in this live stream viewing it at the moment. But yeah, again, as Bitcoin shows that it's still going down, I anticipate the altcoin USD pairs also to continue going down at the moment, or at least sideways at best, downward at worst right now for many altcoins too at present. Trying to keep an eye on these altcoins to provide a long signal for my premium subs. Will we get in at the very bottom? No, I doubt it. But once I determine that there's a pretty good chance, the odds are pretty high that the alts that I provide signals for are about to make the turn and begin going up, yeah. But will that be at the very bottom? No. Well, appreciate that, Spacey. Yeah, it has been a while, but like I was telling everybody, I'm not back full time yet. I just wanted to basically let everybody know that, in my opinion, this is the last period of downward pressure before we finally then begin to see a reversal to go back up to new all-time highs for Bitcoin, but also to where we finally begin to see these altcoins go up with less selling pressure, less supply. The demand will be in full control finally, like for ADA, Phantom, Matic, GRT. I think this is the last episode of downward pressure. How long this current episode lasts, I'm still unsure at the moment. Anywhere from 2 to 9 days is what I'm thinking. Anywhere from 2 to 9 days. Yeah, I won't be doing all repairs that need to get done. This will still be a fixer-upper house. The only thing left to be fixed up would be the roof. Needs new roofing shingles. And there's 3 bathrooms in my house. All 3 will need to be refinished. I will not redo the bathrooms. I've already got 1 bathroom gutted. The master bath, once we move out, I will gut that, where all that's left in there is just the vanities. That's it. The vanity tops, the sinks. I will not put new faucets. I will let whoever buys the house get new faucets. But bottom line is, I am redoing the kitchen. But really, the new buyers, all they will have to do is remodel. When I say remodel, let's just say refurbish 3 bathrooms, 2 of which will be gutted. The downstairs, that one will not be gutted. That will really be all that they have to do. And I will be asking probably about 30 to 40,000 less than what this house would be if it was turnkey, because that's about how much it would take to get a new roof and all the bathrooms redone. That's about what it would take. Because I've upgraded all the floors in this house. Used to be carpet and linoleum. Where there was carpet, there's now Brazilian rosewood, the second hardest wood on the face of this earth. Brazilian rosewood. I replaced where there was carpet, Brazilian rosewood. Where there was linoleum, there's now tile that I've put down. Even in the downstairs bathroom, but the 2 bathrooms on the main level, I'm gutting those. There's currently some old white tiles in the master bath, but they need to be pulled out and replaced. This house was built in 1987, and those tiles need to go. They're outdated. They look bad. Some of the grout and alls come up out from in between them and all. It's time for them to go, be redone. Cardano will do well this alt season. So much development. Yes, I agree. Yeah, all I'm going to say as far as the equity on my house when I sell it, expect to gain well over 100K. That's all I'm going to say. How much over that, I'm not going to say. But I'm going to invest about 90% of that into crypto. And the rest into silver. Not buying gold, but actual physical silver eagles, American silver eagles. Crypto 90% and silver eagles 10%. will not buy a house because I'm hoping to sell my house before the market crashes, before the housing market crashes. And don't assume if the housing market is crashing in San Francisco that it's crashing where I'm at. Actually, where I'm at, prices continue to rise because people are moving from California, New York, Illinois, and buying homes in Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Yeah, only physicals. Yeah, the main reason I only want to buy Silver Eagles is because there's less chance of them being fake. Let's just put it that way. Can you buy gold eagles that are fake? Sure, it's possible. They are out there. But that's a serious crime to forge or make fake silver eagles or gold eagles. That is a serious federal crime. You're less likely to see that. There's more time to forging fake silver eagles or gold eagles than there is for silver bars or gold bars. You can't be sentenced for as much time as you can for forging, making fake coins that are made by the U.S. Mint for the U.S. government. That's the main reason why silver equals and not silver bars for me. I don't want to be concerned or worried that the bars that I buy are not coated with silver and then filled with tungsten or something like that. No, that would make me sick if I bought silver bars and that happened. I'm curious. I'm just seeing what the CME BTC1 exclamation point. Just curious what it looked like here for a minute. Oh no, I remember why I did not do that now. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why I cannot see what time frames these are. Okay. canvas. That's why. Now I see it. All right. 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, 24 hour. What does the 2 day look like? Okay. 3 day. That's looking like white lower B band at 62,900 as well in the 3 day. White lower, level 30, meaning the red is nowhere near wanting to go down from white lower in the indicator. So going down from the white lower for a sustained period of time, no. In this 3 day time frame, 62.9. Now that's not to say it cannot go down to 60, let's say, and then close at around 62.9 to 64.2. That current 3 day candle. Of course, this is the last day of trading for the CME before the weekend when it closes. So will it go down to 63K by the close for this candle? It may not. It's possible. I'm not sure what time today the CME closes. I never trade on it. I have no clue. I don't know what time. It may only be 2 hours, 18 minutes remaining before the close for the day for the Bitcoin CME futures. Yeah, here lately in China, I don't know if you're aware of it, but actually a lot of the fake gold eagles sold in the United States, not that there is a lot of them, there's not, but if you do see one, find a fake gold eagle here in the US that you may have bought on eBay or something like that, or they generally come from China. But here lately in China, a lot of people have been getting burned on buying gold. What they thought was gold bars, turns out it wasn't. Searching on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, they've been burnt pretty bad buying fake gold bars. They were just gold plated. They were not solid gold. Yeah, looking at this 1 hour, the white energy in the 1 hour, and how low the white energy is in the 2 hour. Yeah, I was expecting a little bounce up here at the moment, but the question is, then will it, in other words, are we just going to range? Or put it this way, the white lower B band at 66,100, I anticipate to be resistance here for a little while. Possibly the magenta lower. Could the green come up past the white to magenta lower and the price potentially go up to magenta lower B band at 66,320? Sure. And then the magenta lower B band act as resistance, and we turn back down again to continue going down again near 63K. That may end up being the case, because right now we'll have to see what this 10-minute does. The red and blue in this 10-minute. Right now the energy could be nearing exhaustion. If that energy begins coming down before the red gets above level 50, watch out, that price could begin coming down. You know, even when looking at this 30-minute, the white lower B band at 65,750 might be our ceiling of resistance, but could wick up to the magenta lower B band at 66,000 in the 30-minute. Because is this red ready to go up from the white lower? Is the red ready to go up from white level 30, which is synonymous with the white lower B band? No, not yet. So I would anticipate the white lower B band, if not the white lower, then the magenta lower B band, to act as resistance for at least the next hour or so. We have 4.5 minutes remaining in the 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour time frames before we get a new 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour. We'll see what they look like. Yeah, at one point I did have quite a bit of silver eagles. Had 20,000 of them at one point, but I ended up selling them and invested in crypto, and then ended up losing 99% of everything I had on Luna. So I'm basically starting over. And selling my house helps. Excuse me. Selling my house is helping me do that. Yeah, me and my family, we were devastated by Luna. And the thing was, I was just purchasing it when I was transferring crypto over from Binance Global, from Gemini. I'd already transferred from Binance Global to Gemini, but I was getting ready to transfer from Gemini to Bybit. And I was accumulating Luna on Gemini and getting ready to transfer it over to Bybit. The thing was, I did not do my research, meaning I did not even know what Luna's utility was. I didn't know that its main utility was a stable coin. Number two, I didn't know that its stable coin had decoupled from the US dollar. I didn't find that out until much later, after I'd already lost over half. You know, I had alarms wake me up, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Then I went to YouTube and just entered in Luna in the search, and I saw titles on videos saying Luna had lost its tether, let's say, to the US dollar is no longer the same value as the US dollar, I was like, oh crap. So that's its utility. Yeah, I learned a hard lesson then. Number one, I will never invest, or that really wasn't an investment. Again, the only reason I bought it was because my reasoning was it had gone down more than ADA and a few other coins, so I figured it had more upside potential. So that's the one I would buy, use, accumulate as going down before then transferring over to Bybit. If I'd stuck with ADA, I would have been fine. I wouldn't have got wrecked financially. But that just goes to show you never buy a coin that you have not thoroughly researched and kept up with what's going on with it. I was looking at it from a trading perspective. Hey, this one's gone down more than the others, so that's the one I'm going to use, that I'm going to accumulate before I transfer from Gemini to Bybit. And that was the worst mistake of my crypto career. Worst mistake ever. Second worst mistake was mining. If I had just bought crypto outright instead of mining, I would have been much better off financially a long time ago. Yeah, China is by far the largest counterfeit nation. Yeah, for me it's 99%. 99%. Yellow V-band basis in the 15 minute is still acting as resistance. Red still below yellow level 50. That red in the 10 minute is getting above yellow level 50 too late, in my opinion. We're not ready to see expansion up just yet, in my opinion, at the 10 minute. Let's see what happens with this 1 minute and 2 minute if this red and blue begin to go back down. The red's still hanging out above white upper in the 2 minute. So will the white upper continue to hold support? It's possible. Same thing in the 5 minute. Red is still above white upper, but we may begin turning down from it. I don't know. I'll have to see what happens in this 1 minute, 2 minute. Right now the red going down from magenta upper, so price is expected to go down from magenta upper in the 1 minute. See there? It's going down from magenta upper. Let's see if that continues to go down again. Main thing, this 2 minute, will the red and blue both going down below white aqua level 80, that's equivalent to going down from white upper. When you have both red and blue going down from level 80, white aqua level 80, that is equivalent to going down from white upper. When both red and blue go down from white aqua level 80. Let's see if we get a depth triangle here. If blue acts as resistance just below white, so white upper B band, let's see if it acts as resistance. And we get a depth triangle in the 1 minute. Let's see if that ends up being the case. It may not, but let's see if that ends up being the case. Right, the blue still at white upper in the 1 minute. Let's see if the next 1 minute the green and white energy turns down. Well, in the 2 minute, we just got a new 2 minute. The red is still above white upper. Blue is still above 80. It did not go down below 80. So white upper is still acting as support in the 2 minute. We need to see this red go up from white upper in the 1 minute for the price to go up from white upper in the 1 minute. Just as here, red went up from white upper. It's actually right here just before. It went up from magenta upper. It went up pretty hard because the red was going above magenta upper right there. Yeah, the red's just not ready to go up from white upper in the 1 minute. It's still just ranging sideways. Liquid map is accumulating like crazy, especially for shorts around 70K. Well, I'll say this. After this episode down right here, any shorts at 70K better beware. They better beware. Because that was the main reason I did this live stream. Because it is my opinion, this is the last episode of downward pressure before then going up to new all-time highs for Bitcoin. And I mainly base that off of what I'm seeing in the 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, and especially the 5 week time frame, especially the 5 week. Yeah, they can short at 70K if they want to, but also at the same time, that may be, man, I've been out of trading and live streaming so long, I can't believe I forgot what that term is called. When people, when those who manipulate do a certain type of trade to make it appear as though that they're going to do something when the last moment they don't. Man, what is that called? I cannot believe I forgot that term. If you don't use it, you lose it. No, it's not fake out. Ghost is kind of the word that I'm looking for, but I don't think that's it as well. But it's to make it appear as though they're going to do something and when in reality they're not. At the last moment, those orders just disappear and then wham, it goes up. I forgot what type of trade that's called, what that's referred to. Yeah, you can call it a fake order wall, but there's actually a word for it. Ghost is kind of the word, but I know that's not the word that I'm really looking for. I may remember it sometime within the next month or two. Well, within the next couple of months, because it may take a couple of months before I'm back full time. 6 to no more than 8 weeks. Hopefully only 6 weeks. Yeah, I should be out there on the front finishing up my soffit and fascia, but I thought it was important with what I was seeing in charts, especially on the 5-week time frame. I thought it was important to point out, number one, where could our support be? Right now it's looking around 63K. Could go to 60K, that is possible. The absolute low, as far as where there's very strong support, is between 52 and 55K. It's very strong there. I don't see it going below that. But 63K, that's the yellow B-band basis in the weekly. You have to respect that. During a bull trend, the yellow B-band basis in the weekly is generally pretty strong support. But could it go down to the magenta lower B-band in the weekly at around 62, 62.5? Excuse me, at around 60, at around 60K. Yeah, that is possible. First, I want to see what. It's still looking like we could see 63K, the yellow B-band basis in the weekly. At least that's where. Let me go and put this back. That's where the yellow B-band basis is currently in the weekly. Is it 63K? Thereabouts. Phoenix basis. Phoenix basis is yellow. The yellow B-band basis, 63,000, 58,000. Excuse me. But I was saying 60,000. The magenta lower B-band. Why? Because we only have 2 days, 5 hours remaining in the current weekly candle. If we go down to the magenta lower B-band, I would anticipate that to be the next weekly candle, more than 2 days from now, at which point you see the magenta lower B-band is still rising, and the next weekly candle is going to be right at 60K. That's why I was saying, and it could go to the white lower. That is possible. That would be around 57,650. So 57,650 to 60,000, somewhere within that range. Sure, that is possible, but especially for spot traders around 63K, is it possible during the remaining 2 days, 5 hours of this current weekly candle, is it possible to go down to the yellow B-band basis at around 62,999? Might as well say 63,000. Is it possible to do that by the close of this weekly candle? Sure, that is certainly possible. Then I want to see what the indicators look like once we get a new weekly, and then a new daily, 2-day, and 12-hour, and 6-hour. I want to see what they look like once we get a new weekly. I also want to see what the 2-day, daily, 12-hour, 6-hour, and 3-hour look like at that time, to see if it looks like we could continue going down to the magenta lower, the next weekly candle at around 60,000, if not the white lower at around 57,500. But right now it's still looking like the yellow B-band basis at 63K. Proximity to 63K is what it still looks like to me. But as far as us going down from yellow B-band basis, as far as us going down from yellow B-band basis to the magenta or white lower, and then keep going down with expansion down, no. Why am I saying no? The red is way above yellow level 50. The red is not ready for us to go down from yellow B-band basis and continue going down for a sustained period of time. Like right here, red going down from yellow B-band, from yellow level 50, synonymous with the yellow B-band basis, and remaining down below the yellow B-band basis for a sustained period of time. We then go up from the yellow B-band basis here when both the red and blue are going up from yellow level 50 here. But us going down from the yellow B-band basis and continue going down for a sustained period of time from the yellow B-band basis, no. That red is nowhere near yellow level 50 here in the weekly. So any move down here, I expect to just be overextension. It's overextended down. I would expect the price to pop right back up real quick like to get back in line with wherever the red line is. If the red line is still around white upper, wherever the price goes down to, I'd expect the price to pop right back up to around the white upper. Real quick like. It's just not ready to go down for a sustained period of time from the yellow B-band basis. It's not ready for that because the red is nowhere near yellow level 50 here in the weekly. Spoof. That's what I was looking for. Spoofing. It's called spoofing. That's the word I was looking for. Appreciate that. When start to dollar cost average out in 2025? We'll have to see then as we approach, let's say around a year from now, around May 2025. We'll see. We'll see what the indicators look like in several time frames. For how high that red line is in the 5-day, 6-day, weekly, they're showing overextension, especially the 6-day. That's showing overextension down. We're at the yellow B-band basis, and the red is above white upper. The red is nowhere near yellow, but yet the price is at yellow. We're overextended down at the moment. Once this overextension is complete, expect that price to pop right back up real quick like to get back in line with wherever the red line is. If that red in that 6-day remains at or above white upper, not white lower, but white upper, if that red continues to remain at or above this white upper in the 6-day, when that price pops back up, it's going to pop back up hard. It's going to go right back up to that white upper, which is around what price? 70,392 currently. We're overextended down at the moment in the 4 hour. We're getting stage 2 expansion down. We went down from the white lower. Did the red and blue go down below white lower? No. But yet the price went substantially down below white lower. So we're already experiencing substantial overextension down. It may be that 63K is it. Is it possible 65K is it? Sure, you know, that is possible based on this 4 hour at the moment, but also looking at that 3 day, you know, the red is not wanting to go down from yellow in the 3 day. Yellow B-band basis just above 65, just under 66,000. So magenta lower 63,780. Yeah, that may be it. Could it go down to white lower 62,500? Meaning, could it continue overextending down to the white lower at around 62,500? Yes, that's possible. But go down from the white lower? Is the red ready to go down from the white lower within Phoenix? No. Is the energy nearing exhaustion in Phoenix? It's looking like it, but could we continue down one more 3 day candle? It is possible. It's possible, but we still have 2 days, 5 hours in this current 3 day candle. This is the first day of this 3 day candle. Based on where the green is at magenta lower, white lower, you know, it's still possible for us to come down to magenta or white lower, which would be between 62,500 and 63,750. 62,500 and 63,750. Based on where that green is right now, we could overextend that far, but then after that, expect this energy, downward pressure, downward energy to exhaust, turn back up, and the price go back up to get back in line with wherever the red line is. Well, the next candle, that red may be right at yellow level 50. So if we went down to the white lower, let's say at around 62.5, expected to pop right back up to 65.8, where we are right now, 65.3 to 65.8. Let's just say 65.5. And then also have a good chance of continuing to go up the next 3 day candle after that, because the green would keep rising, the energy rise both above level 50, and if the red and blue are above level 50, we could see expansion up. Meaning this could be the last shakeout before finally seeing a reversal to go up to new all-time highs. This may be the shakeout before going up to new all-time highs. Yeah, I agree. It is needed. This wick is needed. Let me get that back. And as I said earlier in this stream, as long as I continue to see downward pressure on Bitcoin like this, I'm not anticipating altcoins to go up just yet either. They're not quite ready just yet. 4.786. 4.786. $4.786. And let's make it this color, maybe. That may be the wrong color. What about that one? That one will do. No, that's not bright enough. $62,061. Hey buddy, I'm doing a live stream at the moment. What's up? That was my son. Let's see, this is the 3-day time frame. So if we did that, we're going back in the full weekly. Meaning we're going back in if we continue going down, we're looking at the next weekly. And as I pointed out, for the next weekly, the white and magenta lower B bands are still rising, and we were looking at 60, was it? Let me look at it again. Magenta lower at around, it's still going up. It's around 60,300 to 60,500, and then the white lowered around 58,000, 57,750 to let's just say 58,000. 58,000 to 60,250. 58,000 to 60,250. 58,000 to 60,250. 58,000 to 60,250. And that's 62,061. That would be just above magenta lower B band in the weekly. That's beginning to have me believe this red diagonal trend line is definitely our diagonal support level. Of course, you see where we came down to that red diagonal trend line here. I made the whole channel look red, going from the red diagonal to the aqua diagonal right here, but I just made it made it a channel between the red and the aqua. Made the color of that channel red. That's definitely support at the moment when looking at with that chart. And this is basically the same, just from a different perspective. This is the same, but from a different perspective. The 21 SMA. What time frame, Spacey? Weekly, okay. Weekly. Yeah, I like using the 20 moving average. I know some like using the 21. $62,000. I still see that red diagonal trend line as very strong support. I'd be surprised if we come back down to this 1.618 again. Is it possible? Sure, but man, I'd be surprised if we came all the way back to 55.5. Because I'm beginning to believe it's... Let me do this. The closes, the open and close. Triangle is definitely showing we can get around 61 or 60. If it's that candle, the next 3-day candle, then it's going to keep getting higher each next candle. 61.6. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to delete that crap. I was curious if a certain pattern was developing there, and it wasn't. So I'm going to delete that. That's around 60K, this blue one. Where we were support here before going up. Support there. Support there. A classic, especially with the energy went above level 50 with the red that close to white upper. Green was already above white upper, but once that energy started going above level 50 here with that red, good chance for expansion there. Expansion up in the 1 minute. Seeing that in the 1 minute, it'd be no different than if it was the 2 minute, the 5 minute, the 10 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, doesn't matter. Seeing that tight right there generally results in that expansion up. That white lower in the 1 hour, the red's not ready to go up from that white lower just yet. 65,996 or 66,000 is still rather strong resistance at the moment. I'm going to keep going on the stream until we get a new 2 hour time frame. Once we get a new 2 hour, I'm going to shut down the live stream, then eat a late lunch, and then get out front to do some work on the house. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the last shakeout. I believe it is, especially, and I'll go and cover that again for those who may be late to the stream in regards to the five-week time frame. Let me go back to the super macro group. 4-week, 5-week was the one I was referring to. I believe it was. was using this 2017 as an example. First, I'm going to move this blue line here. Let's make it purple. Red and blue both finally made it above aqua level 90. The blue was already above aqua level 90, the blue LSMA. I know it's not the same color blue as here, but that's the blue LSMA. In fact, I'll go ahead and make it a darker blue. Blue was already above aqua level 90, but when the red got above aqua level 90, same thing here. This candle, the previous candle, blue was already above aqua level 90, but the red wasn't. When both of them got above it, note the next candle after where we had a pullback. So I'm going to move this to the next candle after, and this to the next candle after. We didn't quite have the pullback here just yet, not much of one. Red is still above aqua level 90. Aqua upper B band still holding support. Note here, this candle closed at or above aqua upper B band. Yes, I know we wicked down below it to where? The white lower B band. White lower B band is where we wicked down to, but note where we closed at or above aqua upper B band. Why? The red was still above aqua upper level 90. That increased the odds of it closing above that. True enough, we had overextension down to the white upper B band. Could we see a drop down to the white upper B band here in the 5 week? Sure, that is possible. That's at 53,000. 53,000. That is possible. We cannot rule that out. We just all of a sudden see, wham, 53,000. The next candle, however, this one bounced back up. We're not in quite that same predicament here. We have 9 days, 5 hours remaining. Number one, we did not go down to the white lower B band. Here in this candle, we went just below the aqua upper B band. Did we come down to the white upper B band? No. Let me move this so you can see it. We had that move down just like here. Let me move this over a little bit. We had a move down. After red and blue got above aqua level 90, move down. Red and blue got above aqua level 90, move down. Was this move down as significant as this one was? No. Man, that we may not go down to the white upper B band. Here, I know we did here, but we may not do that here present day. If we do, I would anticipate it doing so within the next 9 days, 5 hours remaining in this current 5 week candle. If we did that, the white lower B band at around 53,000, I would see is about the absolute lowest we would go. The absolute lowest, if we all of a sudden just had a major dump all of a sudden. That is possible. Y'all know crypto. We cannot rule that out. Just something out of the blue, wham. It goes down, huge shakeout. If you happen to be awake or whatever when that occurs, of course, try to buy it spot Leverage trading that, be careful on a drop like that. Be careful. Keep your leverage low, in my opinion, on that, so you're not liquidated as quickly, easily. But just like here in 2017, how the red and blue remained above the aqua upper level 90, all in here, that's where I believe we're at. We're in a bull trend, kind of still early stages of it, and we've seen nothing yet. Let me go to the 4-week. I'm just killing time till we get a new 2-hour time frame, till we get a new 2-hour candle. The 4-week, we have 2 days, 5 hours remaining. Red was above aqua upper level 90. We had overextension down to the white upper. White upper held support. We kept going back up. Here the white upper is 53,990. You might as well say 54,000. That would be another 18.5% move to the downside. Another 18.5% down. Again, is it possible for that to happen? Sure, but I would expect it to bounce right back up to that aqua upper B band. I'd expect it to bounce right back up to it. Why? The red is still above aqua level 90. Just like back here, how we remained. The red remained above aqua level 90. Most candles you see, if we went down below aqua upper B band, see how we immediately come right back up above it because the red is still above aqua upper level 90. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here, even in the 4-week time frame. We have 2 days, 5 hours remaining. The red is still above aqua level 90, aqua upper. So the next 4-week candle, this is the 4-week time frame, the next 4-week candle, I'd expect this to go right back up, but then go higher, just as back here. Each time we went down below, we turn around and go back up while the red is still above aqua upper level 90. Each time that green started going back up, new all-time highs. Here, new all-time high. Back down to the aqua upper, new all-time high. Below the aqua upper, then immediately back up above it, because again the red kept remaining above aqua upper level 90. That's why I believe we're in that phase where the red remains above aqua level 90 for quite some time, for several 4-week candles. Several 4-week candles, which is pretty close to 1 month. 4 weeks is pretty close to 1 month, 28 days. Man, it's possible we may not even get that. We may not even get that push down to 63K. We get a new 2-week in 2 days, 5 hours. The red is acting like it wants to go down from white upper in the 2-week. Go down from it to where? The magenta upper. That's at 59,000. The next 2-week candle, the magenta upper, will be right at 60,000. 60 to 63K. 60 to 63K according to the 2-week time frame. 60 to 63K. I should say 59 to 63K. 59K to 63K based on what we're seeing in the 2-week and 3-week. 59K to 63K. But if we go below 59, then there's a pretty strong chance we could go down to the white upper in the 5-week or the white upper in the 4-week time frame, which would be around 54, 55K. Bottom line is we need to see a new weekly, period. We need to see a new weekly. 2 days, 5 hours, we get a new weekly. I need to see a new 5-day, 6-day, and weekly. Yeah, there's no harm in that. Absolutely no harm putting that at 50K. I remember when Ethereum had a huge drop back in the 2017 bull run, went down to like $10 or $15 on Coinbase. It fell from up near 1,000, went down below around $15 or $10. There's a lot of people who actually had buy orders down there, and it slapped right back up to $1,000. And they had buy orders in around 15. Somebody, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was an accident or what, but they accidentally sold a ton of Ethereum that went down real low like that. It happens. I've seen it happen. We might get stage 2 expansion down the next daily candle, the next 24-hour candle. Red and blue going below white level 30. Man, that's going to be so close. A little less than 7 minutes, we get a new 2-hour. This red in the 1 hour has a lot to do to get above white lower, white level 30. This red has a lot to do to, meaning that white lower B band in the 1 hour time frame may act as resistance for quite a while. We may be ranging sideways here for quite a while. Could go down low. In other words, sideways at best, downward at worst is still what I'm seeing at present. Ranging sideways at best, downward at worst. 66K being our ceiling of resistance at present while ranging sideways. 66K our ceiling of resistance at present. Probably should say around 66.3, 66,300 acting as our ceiling of resistance at present, while ranging sideways at present. Excuse me. And GRT, ADA, Phantom, Matic, they're still going down at present too. In my opinion, still sideways at best, downward at worst at present for them. That's why I was glad I went ahead and told my premium subs to just close that GRT long position that I provided a signal for a couple of days ago. I provided a little prematurely because yes, it did go up about 8%, something like that, where I had everybody sell at about, it went against us like 1%, something like that. Because I just got to looking at higher time frames and I was like, man, I think this thing's still going down. Especially when I looked at Bitcoin, I was like, I believe this thing's still going down. We're not done yet. Because I would like to get a long position put in that's going to stay open for quite a while. Meaning I'm going outside, working inside on days that is raining, and not have to worry about much of anything with any trade of mine and just focus on getting the house ready. All this sideways up and down, back and forth has driven me crazy here lately. But based on what I'm seeing in the 4-week and 5-week time frame, I believe we're getting very close to seeing a reversal resulting in going up to a new all-time high. But are we done going down just yet? No, in my opinion, no, not just yet. About to get a new 2 hour and 2.5 minutes, a new 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and 10 minute, and 5 minute as well. Could get some expansion up there in those very low time frames. Red still above level 50 here. Still below magenta lower acting as resistance in the 30 minute. Not anticipate going up from white lower B band acting as resistance. 65,995, might as well say 66,000 acting as resistance. But I usually like to go a little bit above the white lower to the magenta lower, 66,230, let's say. Let's just round up to 250, 66,250 is going to be our ceiling of resistance for quite a while yet to come. When looking at the 1 hour time frame, that's the way it's looking at for a while. Because is the red ready to go up from white lower or magenta lower? This red's down here level 10. Aqua level 10. Synonymous with the aqua lower B band. Is the price at aqua lower? Yes. The price is at or below aqua lower. You know, is the red ready to go up from white or magenta lower? No. So therefore the white and magenta lower are definitely resistance for now. Well, what's the price of the white and magenta lower? White lower 65,984. Let's just say 66,000. Magenta lower 66,220. You know, so still roughly around 66K is still our ceiling of resistance in the 1 hour time frame. For the short term, here for several hours at least, we could range sideways at best with a ceiling of around 66,000, while ranging sideways at best for the next several hours. We could see a ceiling of around 66,000 to 66,250. That's our ceiling of resistance at present for a few hours for the short term. Sideways at best with a ceiling of about 66,250. But we could go down more to where? To around 63K, the yellow B-band basis in the weekly. So just be aware of that. We just got a new 2 hour. The red has come, now the red and blue have gone down below white level 30, meaning we could see stage 2 expansion down. It could come down lower to where? Around the yellow B-band basis in the weekly, which would be around 63K, I believe, if I remember correctly. Oops, that's the wrong chart, my bad. Yeah, 63K, yellow B-band basis, 63K, 63,000. And don't forget the 2 week. Red is already down below magenta upper. Here's magenta lower. Magenta upper. Red's coming down from magenta upper. Blue's about to come down from magenta upper. Well, you would anticipate the price coming down from magenta upper. So we could come down to the yellow B-band basis the next 2 week candle in about 2 days from now to around 55 to 58K. Right now, well, 56K, 56,600 is where the yellow B-band basis is currently. Let's say around 57,350 is where the yellow B-band basis will be the next 2 week candle. 57,350. So it could come down to that. That is possible. Sometime during the next 2 week candle. That is possible. Excuse me, that's the 11-day time frame. My bad. That's the 11-day time frame. The 2 week time frame. Red is about to come down from white upper. We're currently at the white upper. We're currently at, the price is currently at the white upper. Red is acting like it wants to go down from the white upper. 2 days, 4 hours remaining. We could come down to the magenta upper around 59,150. 59,150. That's looking at the 2 week. Earlier I was looking at the 11-day that has 10 days remaining. Let me bring it full screen. If we got a strong wick down, the yellow B-band basis in the 11-day would be our support. In the next candle, that yellow B-band basis is going to be around 57,500. I still believe the next 4 week and especially the next 5 week candle, we get a new 5 week candle in 9 days, 4 hours. 9 days, 4 hours. That next 5 week candle that begins in 9 days, 4 hours, that's where I believe we begin to see our reversal to go up to new all-time highs. We also just got a new 4 hour. So not only did we get a new 2 hour, we also got a new 4 hour. Alright, it looks like magenta upper, white, magenta lower, not upper but lower. Still believe that magenta lower B band in the 1 hour is going to act as resistance here for a while. That's 66,150. 66,150. If we got a strong move up all of a sudden, let's say to like the B band basis at 66,550, be careful. Is that red ready to go up from yellow level 50? No. So if the price goes up to yellow B band basis, synonymous with yellow level 50, yet that red is nowhere near yellow level 50, that's overextension up. That's a bull trap. Expected to turn around and come right back down to even lower lows. If that occurred, that would be a bull trap. How do you know it's overextension up? If we go up to the basis and that red is nowhere near yellow B band basis, that's a high probability of being overextension up, a bull trap, before then shooting right back down. If that occurred, if you see that, just be aware of that. Alright, y'all. I believe I'm going to call it quits for now and get me a bite to eat because I have not eaten anything yet today. I'm going to get me a bite to eat, and I might provide a 20-minute video publication on TradingView within 2 to 4 hours after we get a new daily candle. I want to see what the next daily looks like. Here's the daily at Curren. Remember that red and blue is approaching white level 30, where we might get stage 2 expansion down the next daily candle. I'm still thinking around 62 to 63.8, 62.5 to 63.8. This white magenta lower B band in the 3 day is where we may be going, because that red is not ready to go down from the white lower in the 3 day. Therefore, I'd expect this white lower to act as support in the 3 day. That's why I'm kind of anticipating 62.5 to 63.8 being our support, where we go down to, bounce and go back up. When we bounce and go back up, I want to see what the level of the red line is in several lower time frames to determine if we're getting reversal just yet, or is this just going to be another stair step down to continue going down lower to around maybe 55.8, 55 to 55.8. I don't know. We'll see. One step at a time. First, it's still looking like we can come down to this magenta or white lower between 62.5 and 63.8 in the 3-day time frame. And we might see that the next daily candle, if we can get stage 2 expansion down the next daily candle. In the 8-hour time frame, that next 8-hour candle, it might get rough. We'll also have a new daily candle then as well, so it might get rough this next daily candle. Till then, I think I'm going to go and call it quits for this stream, and likely provide a new trading view public video publication, 20 minutes long, up to 20 minutes long. Just providing an update on that for the next daily candle, but it may not be until 2 to 4 hours, probably 4 hours, could be 2, depending on how soon it may or may not begin stage 2 expansion down in the 24 hour. But it may be 2 to 4 hours after we get a new daily before I provide a 20-minute update on a trading view video publication. So it won't be on YouTube, it'll be on TradingView. If you're not following me on TradingView, then feel free to do so. Thanks all of y'all who joined the stream today. Certainly appreciate your support. And I'll be providing an update again soon. But again, I do believe this is our last episode of moving down that could last up to about 9 days of going down. And then we see a reversal to then eventually go up to new all-time highs. It's not going to be overnight that it goes up to all-time highs on a reversal, but I believe this is our last move down before then finally going up to new all-time highs. But I'm feasting to get a bite to eat, and I'll look on providing an update, beginning to provide an update maybe about 4 hours after we get a new daily. And thanks again for joining the stream, and I hope to see y'all again soon. And as always, y'all know the drill. Let's stay awesome.